Last time on Techno Hobo Adventures. I got to ride over to Madison. Yeah, I think I'll just kind of hang around here for tonight, and maybe I'll move in the morning. Well, that spot was great. Pretty much there's nothing between here and Augusta. I think I can just get all the way there. I was thinking about doing some panhandling earlier because I am pretty much out of money. There's also a couple of truck stops nearby. Then maybe in the morning I will go truck to truck and just ask people if they're going to Augusta and if I can catch a ride. I just ate one can of food that I have, and I got 2 more left in the bag, and then I got like maybe $5. Rationing food sucks. I think I'm at an important turning point. The novelty has started to wear off. Like the uncomfortable parts are becoming a lot more obvious. I need to go out of my way to find fun things to do, go explore the little corners of the world that you don't usually get to explore, and to enjoy the places that I'm in and the things that I'm able to do. A lot of the truckers that pass by on the on-ramp are trying to give me signals. The closest I can figure is like, I can't stop here, maybe, is what they're trying to say. I just need to meet them where they're already stopped. Well, I gotta say, I'm a little embarrassed that I didn't try that sooner. So today's episode resumes basically in that exact same place, trying to get out of Augusta, Georgia. Now I'm up here at the Pilot in Augusta, and that is up north. Where I want to be is down here on 278. So I measured it out earlier. It's about 12 miles. There's this Walmart here I'm going to try and stop by. And the reason I want to go to 278 is because Charleston's down here, and if I wanted to get there only using the interstates, I would have to go out of my way north, which is fine, and it might still be faster just because you can get better rides on the interstate. But if I wanted to go directly there, then you can go via the 78, or what I'm going to try and do is go via the 278, and then you just have this little connection here, which is, I think it's like 2 miles or something, so it should be easy to walk. Now what I don't know is whether those little highways are going to be any good for hitchhiking. I kind of think they won't be, but I want to have the experience of going on the smaller highways. I think you're going to see more cool stuff, and you might get to do more cool stuff, meet cooler people. You know, on the interstate, everything just kind of blends together. So I want to give it a shot, and if I don't make it all the way there, I think my brother's close enough that he might be able to drive down and pick me up. It's only like an hour and a half from here to Charleston, so there's a possibility of that. And either way, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I think. So I'm going to take the path less traveled. So I got started walking in the direction I was going to go, and then this happened. So I was just walking from where I got dropped off. Let me get in a position where my face is not in silhouette. I was just walking from where I got dropped off there, and a sheriff car pulled over. Well, they didn't pull over, they were sitting on the side of the road, and they waved me over. And he asked a couple questions, and the gist of it was they seem to have a bit of a homeless problem around here, and he was saying I don't look like the typical people who are causing problems, and so he wasn't gonna do anything, but I did tell him where I was going, and he offered me a ride, and so I took it, and now I'm at Walmart. So I got to work walking from where he dropped me off at, and at some point my phone got pretty low. I have basically no battery left on my phone, but it's the next morning and I'm going to start walking. There's a Burger King up ahead that I need to get to, and that is when I will be able to charge my phone again. So see you then. This walk took pretty much all day. It was pretty uneventful, but eventually I made it to my destination. Well, it took me all day to get to the Burger King, and then I ended up going to McDonald's anyway because Burger King didn't have any outlets whatsoever. So anyway, I looked at the map and it was only 7 miles, I guess, from where I was at, but it felt like a lot more than that because this terrain is kind of like not great. It's very uneven, So while you're walking around, your ankles are rolling every which way, and there's a lot of hills, up and down. So the next kind of milestone is 21 miles away, and that is this little road that connects 278 to 78. And from there, there's some little towns, but from here to there, there's basically nothing. There's this, apparently there's this like old plantation that's been turned into a state park that's like really close to here. I think I'm just gonna camp out for tonight and try and make it to there in the morning, take a little walk around, and then start heading out. And hopefully I can catch a ride and make this a little bit easier on myself. This is basically what I'm walking on the whole way. As you can see, it's at a pretty steep grade. So as I'm walking here, like, my freaking ankles are twisted completely. It's really, really unpleasant, especially after a few hours. There's such a diversity of plants here in South Carolina. All kinds of pines and different types of weird trees I've never seen before, and even cactus. Don't really know why there's cactus all the way out here. I typically think of them as being in water-starved areas, and this is definitely not that. But they're here. Well, night fell on that day, and then I dived into a bush the next morning. Alright, well, I'm awake. I realized that I never actually got my water bottle filled up yesterday, so I'm gonna go back to the McDonald's and do that. Well, I wasn't really expecting it to rain. I guess it was inevitable at some point I'd have to deal with this. I think for right now, I'm gonna head over to that Plantation State Park, whatever it's called. There's signs around here someplace, but I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna head over there and just take a look around. Hopefully it doesn't start raining again. Yeah, don't really know. Yeah, I'm thinking I should have just stayed put. My feet are absolutely soaked. My pants are soaked too. I'm sticking out the thumb. I don't know if that's gonna get me anywhere. Lest you forget, we're in the South. There's the one, Radcliffe Plantation, State Historic Site. I guess it's down this road somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna stash my shit in the woods back here. Hopefully that'll be safe while I go walk around. And it looks like it's just up ahead here. YouTube tends to have a zero tolerance policy on controversial subjects, so for this segment, I'm going to be using the word laborers. Here's the entrance. I believe this is the hiking trail. I'll come back to that. I want to see the main grounds first. And get a little glimpse of the main house through the trees. More of these big ass spiders out here. There's this really interesting looking building. Or this might just be a barn. Not too sure. Yeah, it just looks like a barn to me. And there's this building. It's really not my place to talk about race issues, but in a place like this, it's really all you can think about. You know, we're not really that far removed from this past, and even in the areas that I've been traveling through lately, there's plenty of signs of racism. It's a pretty big house. I don't think we're allowed in the building. Maybe I'll ask a tour guide about that before I do anything else, but I will walk around it. Well, there's nothing saying I can't go up there. And here's a bunch of cactuses. You know, I was seeing those cactuses on the road the other day. I wonder if it's the same thing, like this is how big they would eventually get if they weren't getting cut down by lawnmowers and such. I also wonder if these pods here are edible. Wouldn't surprise me. I wonder if if this is one tree or if this is like a whole group of trees that just kind of grows together. Looks like it kind of joins at the base there. I find the plants and the nature almost as interesting as the house. A random memorial stone here. I would imagine this is these are dogs. Be a relatively normal lifespan for a dog, I'd think. I checked with the lady and she said it was fine. Can't go inside the house, but we can get up on the porch and sit on the chairs and stuff. I did notice that the porch faces away from the laborers' quarters, because of course you wouldn't want to make eye contact with one of them. There's a little baby rocking chair. Doesn't seem like there's actually much to see over here, but who knows. Well, with all the buildings seen and the grounds covered, I think it's time to check out this trail. I wonder what all this is about. Looks like a burn pit, maybe? But what were they burning and why? There's a little wall over there. Probably marks the property line. I'm gonna rest my legs a little bit. It is a little stupid of me to be giving myself extra miles to walk. At least I don't have a pack. But it's all for the video, you know. It's all for the video. Something about a good mossy log that just feels cozy somehow. Another benchmark. Supposedly there's a lake down here somewhere. I want to know what these trees are. They seem pretty common in the south. And they have these really interesting looking seed pods. Somebody probably knows. Let me know in the comments. I love these pine forests here. These Carolina pines. I don't know what they're actually called. They might actually be called Carolina pines for all I know. They leave such a cool looking bed on the ground. It's very nice to sleep on too. Judging by the map, it looks like I'm pretty close to the lake. And also, I bet you I'm not too far from where I actually slept last night. It might have been a little further over here, but somewhere in there. Well, this is lovely. It's like some parts of the trail get a little more love than others. I mean, there sure is a lot of variety in these woods. Something I'm noticing in South Carolina. Wow. So we've got like the pine forests. We've got whatever those other trees are called. We've got these like bamboo forest looking things. We've got oak. Definitely got a little much oak. Kind of crazy the diversity, and this is just like a little, I mean the trail's 2 miles long. I don't imagine this property is all that big. I mean it's big for, you know, some purposes, but it's not a huge property, you know. Well, here's the lake. Looks like it probably gets much higher than this, despite how wet everything is. It's actually kind of a dry season right now, or at least a dry bit of a drought. So all these trees over here are kind of weird. Like, nothing interesting to say about that. They're just kind of weird. Yeah, I mean you can see where the water line usually is, and it is quite low right now. I'll take a seat over here for a little bit, rest my feeties. I need to decide if it's going to be better to finish the loop or just go back the way I came. I've decided that I'm going to go back the way I came. Slightly quicker and less elevation, I think. I've also decided I'm going back to that bridge tonight. I don't really want to risk getting caught in the rain, and it's a long ways anyway. I'm not gonna be walking the whole way. I can't. It would take me like 2 weeks or something. With that totally not foreshadowing, I started walking back. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna try and do more stuff like this in the future. Try and like go out of my way a little bit to just find cool little places, maybe hiking trails, maybe state, national park stuff like this. Now to recollect my backpack. I feel like it's over here, but I don't see it yet, which is a good sign if it is there and I just can't see it because it's so well hidden. Yeah, there it is. That's how you know it was hidden well. I couldn't even see it until I'm right up on it. My shoes are absolutely drenched. I can feel water squishing in my toes with every step I take. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry these shoes out. Hopefully if I take them off overnight and it's under the bridge, it'll dry out a little bit. I'm also getting worried about foot fungus though. That's lovely to have to worry about. Well, this is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. It is not pleasant, but at least it'll be dry. I spent the night in that sandy, loud, uncomfortable place, and in the morning, it didn't even rain. Good morning. I ended up changing my pants because these the bottoms are totally fucked. My socks and my shoes here, none of it's dry yet for some reason. But it also doesn't appear to be raining, so maybe camping under this bridge was not necessary. I slept okay anyway, so gotta get my shit back together and then decide where to go from here. So here's where I am right now. I'm basically at the point where I had to turn to get to this plantation. I came from Beach Island. There's the McDonald's I've been staying at. And I think right over here, this Dollar General is my goal for today. At least the road is flattened out a little bit up here. Some of these houses don't look too dissimilar from that plantation I was at yesterday. Well, that looks like a whole lot of fun. There's Dollar General. Finally got all the way here. I have about $7 in quarters, which is more than I thought I had. But I think I'm gonna limit myself to preferably under $4. I want to just get something to eat, something kind of nice at least. I stashed my backpack, and I'll go back into the backpack, and I have 5 cans of food left still, so that's my food for the rest of the trip, I guess. Got some Chips Ahoy and some Pringles, basically. Well, as far as places to sleep, I'm not sure that I picked the best one, but it's definitely interesting. There's all kinds of water flowing down here. If you look over there, there's some more. Probably if you go back there, there's even more. The road's up here. I mean, I don't know. Should be fine, I guess. Just kind of a wild, wildernessy marshland. Well, it's extremely lumpy, and I'm not entirely convinced that somehow water isn't going to seep up through this, even though I have a tarp underneath everything. But I guess I've made my bed now, I have to lie in it. Well, my phone's at 15% battery, and I don't think there's anywhere nearby where I can charge it. The only place I know for sure I'm going to be able to charge it is way down the road, like probably a couple days down the road. So there's a good chance that the next clip you see is going to be from like 3 days from now. It is 4:15, and with 4% battery remaining, I'm happy to report I have made it to New Ellington. Now I've got probably 2 days worth of walking to go to get to Highway 78. And then there should be places to charge my phone. So this is probably the last update until then. Okay, I actually managed to catch a ride. So same day, my phone's still basically dead, but I caught a ride all the way to the turnoff to where this road meets up with 78, and could not be happier. That is like 2 days off this trip. All right, didn't take that long to find a charger. I am now in Williston, which is on the 78. My brother texted me, basically said that he's got today off and he wants to come get me now. So, you know, I think I made it through the hard part anyway. It was a bit of an experiment, see if I could even make it work on these roads. And the answer is, yeah, you can. It's maybe not worth it, but you can. I guess that's it for this little leg of the journey. I'll call that the end of the video. I never pimped my socials, so I'll just do it now. I got, first of all, when you're watching me on YouTube, hopefully you're subscribed. You can also hit the bell to be notified when I upload. I also, my second most active platform would be Instagram. I post pictures pretty frequently on there. You know, lots to take pictures of while you're on the road. It's been one of my little hobbies that's keeping me sane. And then I also have a Twitter. I have, I mean, I've actually got a lot of stuff right now. I've been just like going crazy with little social media things. I do have a TikTok. I'm kind of not using it at all. I'd rather use Instagram. I've got Patreon. So on Patreon, $5 will get you access to exclusive content, of which there is plenty, be assured. $10 will get you into the Discord. I believe $20 gets you access to polls, which will be things like, you know, should I take this highway or that highway? Should I head north now or wait a little bit? Things like that. And then $50 will get you the ability to tell me where to go. You get to choose. And I'll build up a list, and I'll plot a course that hits all those places. Oh yeah, and then I just recently opened a Cash App. I don't know if that's the best way to do this, but it's kind of what I've got right now. That'll be for anybody who wants to give one-time donations. You know, Patreon's a recurring thing. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody cares about Discord or whatever. I also got a Cash App. So if you just want to throw 20 bucks my way, Cash App's the best way to do that. And that'll all be down in the description as well. So, I'm gonna head off to Charleston, and I'll see you guys in the next video.